Monday, the 16th of February 2026. Okay, so, deep breath. Is it just me, or does this Monday feel like it's been dragging on for about 3 years? I'm sitting here staring at my screen, trying to process everything that went down on General Hospital today and over the weekend, and honestly, my brain hurts. I'm on my third coffee, and I still don't think I'm caffeinated enough to deal with the absolute chaos happening in Port Charles right now. You guys know I love this show. I've been watching since I was in diapers practically, but sometimes the writers just really want to test our sanity, don't they? Let's just dive in before I lose my nerve. Or my mind. So the big headline, the one we've all been waiting for since, last August, is happening. Maxie Jones is awake. Finally. Hallelujah. She's been in that specialized clinic in Boston for nearly a year, just lying there while the rest of the world burned down around her. And now she's opening her eyes. But because this is GH, nothing can ever be simple. Nothing can ever just be, yay, Maxie's back, let's have a party at the Metro Court. No. Instead, we've got Felicia and Spinelli standing in a hallway in Boston, wringing their hands and looking like they're about to throw up. They have this big decision to make. They're talking to the doctor, and Felicia, bless her heart, she looks so tired, asks, she's no longer in danger, is she? And here's the kicker. The decision isn't just take her home. It's, do we keep her here a little longer to make sure she's okay, or do we throw her back into the shark tank that is Port Charles? Honestly, if I were them, I'd leave her in Boston. Maybe move to Vermont. Start a new life. Because what Maxie is coming home to, you guys, it's too much. It is literally too much for one person to handle. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. The dead elephant. The elephant that was dead and is now not dead. Nathan West is alive. I still can't even type that without rolling my eyes a little. I mean, don't get me wrong, I loved Nathan. We all loved Nathan. He was the best thing that ever happened to Maxie. But him being back now, after everything and the way it's happening, it's just messy. It is so messy. Because Maxie doesn't know she's been in a coma. She thinks her husband is dead. She thinks she's waking up to a world where she's a widow again or whatever, and instead, she's going to walk into town and find out that not only is Nathan alive, but, and I am screaming internally as I type this, he's been getting very cozy with Lulu Spencer. Yeah. Nulu, that's a thing now. Apparently, can we just pause for a second and talk about Brooklyn, because Brooklyn is all of us today? Spoilers say she is going to tear into Lulu, and I am here for it. She asks the question we are all screaming at our TVs, what is going on with you and Nathan West? Thank you, BLQ. Thank you for being the voice of reason in a town full of lunatics. Because seriously, Lulu, your best friend is in a coma and you're making eyes at her dead husband. I know. The fans on Twitter are split. Some people think Nulu is hot or tortured or whatever, but come on, it's Maxie. You don't do that to Maxie. And now that she's awake, this is going to be a train wreck. A nuclear train wreck. I'm already stressing about the legal implications. I'm not a lawyer, obviously, or I'd be making way more money than I do blogging about soaps, but are they still married? If you're legally dead, does the marriage dissolve? Does Maxie have to remarry him, or are they just automatically back together? And what does that mean for Spinelli? Poor Spinelli. The Jackal is standing there in Boston, probably hoping he and Maxie can finally be a family again, and meanwhile, Zombie Nathan is back in PC, making hard eyes at Lulu. It's exhausted just thinking about it. Okay, shifting gears. Let's talk about Windermere. Because apparently Spoon Island is the place where common sense goes to die. Lucas Jones. Oh, Lucas. My sweet, gullible, handsome Lucas. Why do you always pick the worst men? Literally every time. It's like he has a radar for secret criminal mastermind or sociopathic killer. So Lucas is dating Marco Rios. We liked Marco at first, right? He seemed charming. He seemed like he actually cared. But nope. Turns out Marco is the son of Jen Sidwell, who is also back, because why not bring back every villain from the last 5 years at once? Lucas, who thankfully decided to do some snooping for once, overheard Marco talking to his dad. And it's bad. Like Secret Lab in the Catacombs bad. Lucas heard them talking about Britt Westbourne being involved and something about her medication being used as leverage. Okay, pause. Britt's medication. Are we talking about her Huntington's meds? Because if Jen Sidwell is withholding medication from Britt to force her to work on some secret project, which is totally Faison's last project. Let's be real, that is sick. That is twisted even for this show. Lucas is stunned. Yeah, Lucas joined the club. We're all stunned. But here's the best part. Elizabeth Baldwin, Liz is done. She is fed up. She is not having it. Lucas opens up to her at GH, telling her what he heard, that his boyfriend is basically a monster working with a supervillain, and Liz goes full mama bear. She tells him point blank, pack your bags and get out of Windermere now. Stringent advice, you bet. And honestly, Lucas better listen. Elizabeth has been through enough of this nonsense to know when it's time to bail. Run, Lucas. Go stay at the Quartermains. Go stay at the hotel. Go sleep in a tent in the park. Just get off that cursed island. Speaking of Windermere and curses, Britt has a warning for Marco. She tells him, when it ends, it will not end well for you. Chills. Literal chills. Britt is trapped. She's being blackmailed. She's probably terrified. But she's still the Britch, and I love that she's not going down without a fight. Is she talking about the project blowing up in his face, or is she talking about Jason? Because we all know Britt has that secret alliance with Jason Morgan Stone Cold. If Marco and Sidwell think they can mess with Britt while Jason is lurking in the shadows. Oh man, they have no idea what's coming. Also, does Britt know that Lucas knows? That's the question. If Lucas bails, does that put a target on his back? Does Marco try to stop him? I feel like we're setting up for a hostage situation. Again, it's always a hostage situation on Spoon Island. Okay, let's bounce over to Michael Corinthos. Michael. He's with Jacinda Bracken. You guys remember Jacinda? Right. The escort Nina brought to town last year to mess with things, and then somehow she and Michael fell in love. I still don't buy it. But whatever, I'm just a blogger, what do I know? So it's Valentine's Day, or the day after, or time in Port Charles is a flat circle, and Michael is trying to be romantic. Jacinda asks him, when exactly were you planning to tell me about that? Apparently Michael wanted to surprise her, but the vibe is off. Because Michael has attempted murder charges hanging over his head. Okay, let's be real for a second. The fact that Michael is facing attempted murder charges is hilarious. I mean, the guy is a Boy Scout. A mob prince Boy Scout, but still. Who did he supposedly try to kill Drew? The rumors say it's about Drew Kane being shot and paralyzed, which by the way is still tragic. But Drew has been asking for trouble for months. Michael wants to get while the getting's good. Does that mean run? Is Michael Corinthos planning to go on the run with an escort-turned-girlfriend? That sounds like something his father would do. Maybe the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, but Jacinda, I don't know. She seems hesitant. Can she just drop everything and leave? Does she even want to? I feel like Jacinda is 1 foot out the door already. If Michael goes down for this, she's not going to stick around for prison visits. She's a survivor. And then we have Lucy Coe. Lucy, you absolute legend. You chaotic queen. She's at Windermere. Is everyone at Windermere today flirting with Jen Sidwell? She's flattering him, batting those eyelashes, doing the whole Lucy Coe routine. And Jen's is eating it up. He smiles and says, couldn't stay away. Ugh, gross. But also brilliant, because Lucy isn't there for love. She's there for revenge. She wants to know what Jens is bringing into Sunny's former peers. Secret cargo. Illegal substances. This feels like old school GH, doesn't it? Lucy Coe playing spy, getting in over her head. She wants to bring him to justice, but the spoilers say she'd just as soon take him out. Yes, Lucy. Do it. Slayer. But seriously, Jen Sidwell is dangerous. If he catches her snooping, if he realizes she's playing him, Lucy is in big trouble. And with Sunny kind of out of the picture or distracted or whatever's happening with him this week, who's going to save her, Scott Kevin? Actually, I'd pay good money to see Scott Baldwin try to fight Jen Sidwell. That would be comedy gold. So let's zoom out a bit. What is actually happening here? We've got a dead husband returning Nathan. We've got a coma patient waking up Maxie. We've got a secret lab with Faison ties, Brit Jens. We've got a mob prince on the run, Michael. We've got a spy mission, Lucy. It feels like the writers are trying to wrap up about 10 different storylines at once, and it's a little overwhelming. But I have to admit, I'm hooked. I'm tired, I'm frustrated, and I still don't understand why anyone trusts a Cassadine or a Sidwell, but I'm hooked. The thing I'm most worried about is Maxie. Seriously. I know I keep coming back to this, but think about it. She's been asleep for a year. Her kids probably barely remember. Her kids age fast on Soap's watch. James be like 16 now. Her husband is back from the grave, but dating her best friend. Her other baby daddy, Spinelli, is trying to protect her, but probably failing. It's gonna be a bloodbath. Emotional bloodbath. And what about the legal complications? The article mentions this. Since Nathan didn't apparently really die, does that mean he and Maxie are still legally married? I mean, yes, usually, unless there's some weird loophole where if you're declared dead, the marriage is void. But even if it is void legally, emotionally they are married. You don't just stop being married to the love of your life because a piece of paper says he died. Lulu is going to have a lot of explaining to do. And Nathan, honestly Nathan, better have a good excuse. I was being held captive. I had amnesia. I was working for the WSB. Yeah, save it for the judge, buddy. You were making out with Lulu while your wife was in a coma. Not a good look. And Brit. Poor Brit. I really hope she makes it out of this. The warning she gave Marco, it sounded so final. When it ends, it will not end well for you. It sounds like a threat, but it also sounds like a prophecy. Brit knows how these things go. She's Faison's daughter. She knows that working with these psychopaths always ends in bodies. I just hope she's not one of them. Anyway, that's where we're at. It's Monday. The week is just starting. And I have a feeling by Friday we're going to be even more confused than we are now. Will Maxie go home? Will Lucas listen to Liz? Will Michael go to jail? Will Lucy get caught? Who knows? But I'll be here drinking too much coffee and yelling at my TV. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Are you Team Nulu? Please say no. Do you trust Jacinda? And seriously, how long until someone finds that secret lab? Until next time, stay safe, Port Charles. You're gonna need it.